Hi guys, today I'm gonna share with you this easy crochet pattern. It is made of a repeat of 2 rows and we're gonna need 3 different colors. To begin, I'm gonna use my first color and start crocheting an odd number of foundation chains. I'm using worsted yarn with a 5.5 millimeter hook. Now here are my foundation chains. I'm gonna skip the first 2 and start working into the 3rd stitch. I'll do a double crochet by yarning over, inserting the hook into the stitch, pull a loop, yarn over and go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. Now the first 2 chains are not counted as a stitch. Next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch and repeat the double crochet again into the following stitch. Next, chain 1, skip a stitch and do a double crochet in the following stitch. And repeat the double crochet chain 1 until the end of the row. In the last stitch, I'm gonna switch to color number 2 by making the final loop of the double crochet into the second color. Now we're ready to start the second row. So I'm gonna chain 1, turn the work to the other side, and we're gonna start working the second row by doing a single crochet into the first stitch. Next, we're gonna be working into the skipped stitch in the foundation chain. So I'm gonna do a treble or a triple crochet stitch. So yarn over twice, insert the hook into the skipped stitch, making sure that you're working in front of the chain 1 of row 1. Yarn over and pull a loop. Now you have 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now hold on to the last 2 loops. Repeat the treble again. So yarn over twice, insert the hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull a loop, and then yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and in the last step you will have 3 loops. Finish them all at once. Next, I'm gonna skip 1 stitch on row 1 and work a single crochet into the next stitch. And we're gonna repeat the treble 2 together again. So yarn over twice, go into the skipped stitch, yarn over and pull a loop, yarn over and go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2 and hold on to the last 2. Yarn over twice, insert the hook into the same stitch and pull a loop, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, and then yarn over and go through the last 3 loops. Skip 1 stitch on row 1 and single crochet into the next. And this is the pattern for this row. At the end of the second row, I'm doing the single crochet, and before finishing it, I'm switching to the 3rd color. So I'm finishing my single crochet with color number 3. Now we're ready to repeat the pattern of our project today. So the pattern is a repeat of rows 1 and 2, but we are changing colors as we go. So to start, I'm gonna chain 2. Again, these 2 chains are not counted as a stitch. So I'll turn my work and start working a double crochet right into the first stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch in the previous row, and then repeat the double crochet again. Chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet into the next. In the last stitch, before finishing the double crochet, I'm gonna switch back to color number 1. Now chain 1, turn the work to the other side, and we are ready to do a repeat of row number 2. So insert the hook into the first stitch and do a single crochet, and then into the skipped stitch 2 rows below, we're gonna work the treble 2 together. So yarn over twice, insert the hook into the skipped stitch, pull a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over and go through 2, and then yarn over twice, insert the hook again into the stitch, yarn over and go through 2, yarn over and go through 2, and into the last stitch we yarn over and go through the 3 loops. Skip a stitch on the row below and then do a single crochet into the next stitch. Always make sure that you are working the treble 2 together in front of the chain 1 of the previous row. At the end of the row, the last single crochet stitch, we finish it with color number 2. Now chain 2 and do a repeat of row 1. At the end of the row, switch to color number 3, chain 1, and start working a repeat of row number 2. At the end of the row, finish the last stitch by using color 1. Now if we look at our pattern, I'm now about to start a row with color 1, and I will always have the other 2 unused colors, one on each side. So the switching of colors, or knowing what you will be picking up at the end of the row, is already decided for you, because you already have one unused yarn on each side. So don't bother by thinking about what color is next, because it is already there for you at the end of your row. So here I've worked more repeats of the same 2 rows. This is what the color change will look like. And that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, take care and keep crocheting.